Gentlemen, hey, congratulations on your documentary, Citizen Weiner.
Oh, thank you so much.
You know what? This is a delightful story. It made me smile. I I could first of all, I couldn't believe it's actually real, but it is real. But before I get started on the film, I want to congratulate you guys that is being showcased at Slamdance really soon, and one of the most prestigious film festivals in the world. How do you guys feel about that?
We're honored. We're thrilled. I know. Yeah, we're really looking forward. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and we feel really lucky. At least I do. I don't know if the other guys expected it.
Here, seconded big time. Very excited. I've never been to Utah, so I don't think any of us have been. So we're gonna obviously be racing a little bit. We'll be hitting the slopes and doing some racing, but then around that, lots of movies. So it's a thrilling thing, and we're really grateful for the festival for showcasing the film.
Yeah. Most excellent. Yeah, I know. It probably just it feels a little bit better than winning a city council race, but who knows?
I wouldn't know. Unfortunately, I didn't win. So, but
So
I have to think this is better.
tell us what sparked the documentary in the first place. Whose idea was it?
It
Um,
was, yeah, go ahead, Z.
no, what were you saying?
I think it came from like a frustration at both the entertainment industry and the political world at large, and like them where they intersected in both in our lives, in all of our lives. Um, I'd been for me, I'd been laid off from my sales job. I'd been acting, and then I got frustrated with acting. So I was like, I need to get paid. I'm gonna get a sales job, and then I sucked at that, and I got fired. And I came home one day, and Zach was like, right out of the blue, texted me, was like, wanted to hang out. And we were just talking about life, and he and Daniel at the time were coming off of a film pledge, and they were looking for their next project that they were doing. So I think that there was a lot of frustration with the industry at that time of like how to get that next thing going. And then likewise with the political world, a lot of people were at each other's throats at the time, and there was a lot of hostility going on. So, the only thing we could really like come to any sort of forward progress on is something that would make us laugh. And at the time, Zach had an idea about a political movie, which was just like, it was basically like, he can correct me if I'm wrong about this, but it was basically like if a scandal helped a politician. And then and the project kind of took off from there. Obviously, we decided to incorporate reality, the real world into it, because we knew that would give something special, a little extra special sauce to it. And then then we got together and we rallied the team and started shooting.
So all you guys here are all friends, and everybody in that worked on the project were they real, or they were like actors or friends or what?
Everyone in the core campaign, so Aaron, Sarah, and James, they're actors. But the lawyer and the people we encounter, and obviously my opponent, those are all real people. Real, we're all human, but really, not real. Whether the camera was on or off, they'd be there. So.
Daniel, how do you handle a project like this, between real and narrative in its own way?
You don't, it's chaos. You just hope that, you know, your cast will just be amazing every day when they don't have a script and everything is on the fly. And then just trying to make sure all the comedy is grounded in reality and we don't do anything too ridiculous that would break the tone. And then throughout the 7-month shoot, we kept like meeting and reassessing how the story might go and planning things as they went. And we would always try to react to what was happening in reality to give it an extra electricity that hopefully comes through.
For all of you, did during this entire campaign, did at any point did you want to be taken seriously, or did you actually wanted to, get into those weird situations and get these reactions from the public?
I think for me, and probably I could speak for Joe, we wavered a little bit. Sometimes we'd get pulled in and really get fired up, and then other times we thought, oh, it's just better to go for the comedy. Towards the end, once the scandal really kicked off, we did believe, and I guess kind of deluded ourselves for a couple of days, that we were on the verge of winning. So the reactions at the end of the bar, especially from Joe, are pretty genuine. He was furious because we really, for a second, thought we were going to sweep the polls. We were getting so much attention. We just figured.
I was pretty relieved though. I was angry but relieved, It was a daunting prospect. We're filmmakers, so we always came from it. We always wanted to create an entertaining movie. That was always what we wanted. Every decision I think we made was always in the spirit of that. But we did say a lot. It's funny, but it's not a joke. Like we understood that there's like real people involved and real things going on. And we talked seriously about issues in the neighborhood, and we tried to come up with novel solutions to some. And so I think it was really a confusing thing. It was a really confusing thing, but yeah. But overall, I mean, always from the perspective of like we wanted to make a really entertaining film.
I do have to compliment this campaign, especially to you, Joe, that Zack got 2% of the votes, which is a higher percentage than what Vivek just got this past Tuesday in Iowa with all his efforts. And I'm not even sure if his was a serious campaign.
Well, let him know that there's 3 consultants here. If you get it, 3 people you can pay, you can help them.
Now,
Joe,
go ahead.
Sorry, what? No, I was just gonna say Joe did do an incredible job. He was really got around the neighborhood. Sorry, what were you about to say?
I was gonna say it must have been really difficult to run a non-political political campaign this entire time, and especially for Daniel to film it as a documentary. That
Yeah, it was. On the one hand, definitely confusing, and challenging. But on the other hand, we found there's a lot of overlap in politics. It seems like between performance and actual politics. So sometimes it would be a benefit in debates or in an interview with a local political journalist where we'd find, honestly, acting and politics is really not. There's a lot of the Venn diagram is very close together. So sometimes it would be a boon. I don't know about for Daniel. I think it was tough for you, Daniel. It was definitely a lot of
just
variables.
filming for like 7 months. It's crazy. Like, because we had to, film all 4 seasons. I think we officially had 101 shoot days, which is like Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, my amount of days. So, a ton of editing. Our editors like Brian, John Louis, and Nick, like really went through a lot to get this down. And after all that footage, the movie is only like 80 minutes. So that shows you how much effort and thought went into just nailing this down to what's absolutely vital and great.
Now, were there any regrets during this production that you kind of wish that you could have that chance to do over again? Because obviously you can't have second takes on something like this.
We missed a shot the night of the election when we went to say congratulations to Gail. A very old elderly supporter of Gail threw her body onto Aaron and attacked Aaron, and we hung on to him and was screaming at him, and that's something we didn't get on camera, and that's definitely a big regret for me. We had the camera off.
Yeah, like in the film that plays is like this happy like moment, like they go and they congratulate Gail, there's happy music playing, but in real life right after that, like 5 seconds later there was well, that stems from Aaron. Actually, like if you see, there's one shot where Gail Brewer is like campaigning, and then the camera pans and Aaron is just like standing behind her on a sidewalk, and there was a whole plot line of him infiltrating her campaign. So he was like at her rallies and getting signatures for her, and then she gradually realized he's like this rogue operative, like causing chaos, and her whole team were just like so annoyed with him by the end.
Yeah, I wish we'd gotten that.
Yeah.
It's seared in my mind. It's seared in my mind as like a deleted scene, but yeah, there's no. Oh yeah. She grabbed him too. She's like, I don't know what you're playing at. Like, I don't know
Yeah, that's what she kept saying. I don't know what you're playing at.
So so in reality, have you guys ever revealed to the real players what this project actually was, or you're waiting to premiere it at the Slamdance and hopefully send them a copy afterwards to for them to watch?
By and large, we haven't told them, but it seems like at this point people have caught on a little bit over the last couple of years that there's a lot more at play than just a normal campaign. And sometimes I'll get stopped in the street and people will be like a little accusatory and saying they voted for me, and then you know, what was real, what wasn't. So people have definitely started to figure it out.
Yeah, there's a whole segment on Twitter called Wiener Truthers who are arguing and trying to like prove that it could be real or fake. Jeff Colton, a political reporter, he's a really smart guy. He was actually the one person who was most onto it throughout the campaign and kind of on their trail. And he even showed up to a rally at the end, and we had some friends there just to, build out the crowd a little. And he spoke to someone, and they're like, "Oh, you're here as an extra." And then he's like, What are you talking?" And then he's like, went on Twitter and he posted, he's like, "I'm like 90% sure this is a mockumentary." And we're like, "Oh no, we're ruined." But then, the truth only goes so far. And meanwhile, all of Zach's news was like exploding, and his post didn't make it as far. But he's been an incredible sport through this, and I'm excited for him to see it.
Well, most excellent. And so what's up next for you guys? Another campaign, or back to narrative movies like like The Pledge?
We have a documentary Joe and I worked on about I just combined the words basketball and Bitcoin. It's supposed to release next year. And then Daniel and I co-wrote a film called Bad Shabbos, which is a narrative comedy. So we got a couple of movies lined up, but no politics yet. I haven't been asked by anyone to run again so far. So it doesn't seem like I'm in demand at all. Much like Vivek.
Well, let me leave with this one last question. As audiences have a chance to watch this film in the upcoming Slamdance and hopefully more down the road, what is the one most important take you hope that they walk away with after they watch your documentary?
I would say that scandals are survivable and can even can have benefits in elections, and that it can be fun to run, especially even locally, and it's not a waste. So hopefully there's a balance between it was funny but it wasn't a joke, and can be people that are a little more qualified than me but our age will run and do good things.
Yeah.
I'm exactly that. I think just that people see that it's demystify who can run, and even what their motives are, because like what's anybody's motive to run? It seems like a lot of it's celebrity anyway. So hopefully people see that they can just get together with their friends and go out in the neighborhood and get involved.
That is true. Well, it's a very entertaining documentary. I mean, halfway through, I was scratching my head, going, "What's going on? What is this?" But you know what? I don't know if you guys could pull it off again, but never say never, because I was going to say, I thought Borat could only pull it off once, and look how many movies he actually ended up with. So, congratulations, gentlemen. Have fun at Park City.
Thank you so much.